Hey guys, I found some junk down at my thrift. It's a video game, a DVD, turntable and a plushie, Yahtzee, Chatski, a board game or two. So welcome to the worst pickup. Welcome. Yep. Rebel Gaming Club Worst Pickup, Episode 16, Season 2. Welcome back, guys. I'm feeling dapper today. I threw on the denim. I was like, I need a scarf for my denim. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do that. My name is Dan. This is a weekly pickup show of all sorts of media varieties. We love video games, we love board games, we like books, we like CDs, we like movies. We like entertainment. And hopefully I can entertain you guys for the next 25 minutes or so. Trying some new stuff this week. We got some new format going on here. Trying to streamline it a little bit. Since it's just myself here, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So bear with me, we'll get there. I have so much stuff. The thrift in the last, 6 weeks has probably been the best thrifting of my entire life. Stuff is just flooded right now at all the thrift stores I go to. So I'm lucking out, I'm striking left and right. So we're just gonna dive right into it right now and just get it going. First thing I found was this Lego Stranger Things notebook. This must have been some sort of promotional item that went with something else. Obviously a Lego set, I'm assuming, but it's a notebook and I love the hell out of it. So maybe some of you guys out there in the comments, let me know. Was that part of a Lego set that was just like a bonus kind of tie-in? You guys know I've been collecting beach towels. Or there was an episode in the past where I've talked about it. I found another beach towel, vintage one. And we got a Snoopy. Guys, I love these kind of towels because I've told you I'm hairy as shit. My body's covered in hair, and the only way to get dry is with a beach towel because the other ones just push the water around. They don't actually soak up the water. So I'll take these all day long, especially if they're vintage. For 50 cents, we found a vintage Trapper Keeper. It's got the puppy design there on the front. This is the second vintage Trapper Keeper that we've found out in the wild. I have a pirate themed one over there, so now the girlfriend will have one for her room as well. I thought that was kind of cool. I was gonna say neat, but I didn't, so I'm gonna say cool. For 50 cents, found this Etch-a-Sketch, and I'm sure I'm like a lot of you guys. You probably messed around with one of these, but did you ever make something really good with one of these? Probably not. Maybe you did. You're a lot better than me then. Found this Super Mario 3 lunch bag. Look at that. It's brand new. Still got the tag on it. $1.50? Yeah, I'll pop on that. Yeah, what else do we got? I've been lucking out with CDs lately, big time. I know a lot of you guys, once again, maybe you don't love music as much as I do, but it's the time to start loving it because you can buy CDs for 50 cents, a quarter at a lot of these thrift stores, and people are just unloading. I wonder in 10 years if these will come back around and people are like, oh, I want CDs again. I don't know. I don't know if it would be like the vinyl stuff. I hope so because, I got a great collection right now. But I found a bunch. You can tell when they all come in at once because they're all in the same genre or same style. And I found a stack of them. But the one that really stuck out was this Madness the Business box set. It's a 3-disc set, and it has all their singles. It has a really nice book in it. Madness is a two-tone ska band from the late 70s, and easily one of my favorite bands. If you've never heard Madness, you should, probably investigate a little bit, because they're a lot of fun. But speaking of CDs, I'm going to show you some more CDs that I found along with this one right here. A band I've never heard of. Camper Van Beethoven, who did the song Take the Skinheads Bowling. Danny Brown, great rapper out of Detroit. Oasis, interview disc. Wow, something new. Mallrats soundtrack. Dogma soundtrack. Soundtrack to Chef's Aid. Jeff Lynne of ELO. The Osbournes, Blonde, which was a Playboy jazz label. Right? That wasn't bad. So many good CDs right there. And I know, once again, a lot of you guys don't know those artists, but investigate, because it's a lot of great music right there. And I feel like it will enrich your life. It's like going different places. If you've never left your hometown and you go somewhere, you learn. It's a different experience, and you kind of gain from that. Back to the thrifting finds. Found a bunch of PS3 games. Lately, I've been thinking that the PS3 stuff is gonna start to jump up in price here, and we're starting to see some of those games kind of bump already. But now that GameStop is really, I don't know what's going on over there, but something's going on. Something ain't quite right the way they're doing business, and who knows how much longer GameStop's going to be around for. But when GameStop goes under, these PS3 games, they're going to be tough to come by, because you're not going to have a store to go into and just find random titles. So I've been bulking up on my PS3. And the first one we found out in the thrift was this All-Pro Football 2K8. Why is this special? Well, it's a 2K8 game, so that's 2K, makes quality sports titles. And this one didn't have licensed teams, so it was all fictional. But nonetheless, plays really well, and it's about a $20 game right here. So if you see it out in the wild, snag it up. Grab Terminator Salvation, Ghost Recon 2, Advanced Warfighter. Never played this one. Time Shift, Need for Speed Carbon, Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. So not a bad little stack right there. Like I said, I got a feeling the PS3 stuff is going to start bumping up. Lately, the way I've been collecting, I collect the PS4 stuff, PS3, and whatever randomly comes my way. But I'm not going to pursue anything other than PS3 and PS4 at the moment, just because it's still in my budget. Because you guys know all these prices are starting to really rise. So if you were looking to get into the GameCube stuff, or even original Xbox stuff is starting to go up. PS2, forget about it. It's all these prices. It's pretty much over. What I have is pretty much what I have, short of making a trade with someone or finding it out in the wild. We got a box from Limited Run Games. You know how that works. You order it, and then 4 months later it shows up and you forgot you ordered it. So what did we get? We got this brand new Brigandine, The Legend of Runecia. I can't read, so forgive me, but it's a Brigandine game. We know that the last one we saw was on the PS1. Speaking of expensive, Jesus, that game's like over $150 now. So I popped on this when I found out that they were going to be releasing it on the Switch. I've heard some decent things. It's a tactical strategy game, RPG, so if you guys like those types, check it out. Also out thrifting, we found a Wii. And the best thing about, finding Wiis out there for a decent price at the thrift is when you fire the Wii up, because you never know what's in the Wii. I mean, I've lucked out a few times, and once again, I lucked out this time because we get a copy of Wii Sports. How awesome is that, Marty? Yep, pretty awesome. So that's a good recouper right there. And the system works great, so that's a plus. Books. I've been finding books too lately that I've had interest in at the thrift, which doesn't happen a whole lot, but from time to time I do find novelty books that I really enjoy collecting. And what did we find this week? We found this box set of Scott Pilgrim books. It's the complete series. That's a pretty sexy box right there. I don't know if this is something I will read or if this is something I will trade off, but for the time being, it's going to look really sexy on the shelf. I love the movie so much. I love the music in the movie. So this is another really cool thing for the collection. Like I said, for the time being. And speaking of books, I'm going to show you some more books that I found out thrifting. This is the book about Tony Visconti. He's a producer for T-Rex and Bowie. You saw the Bob Ross book. You saw the Urban Legend book right there. That's cool. Mo Howard of the Three Stooges released a book, and I found that. Here's a cover album of all the great album art from the early punk movement. And obviously, you saw earlier, the Scott Pilgrim. But now I'm going to show you the art a little bit closer because it's damn sexy. Yep. Good novelty, right? Not bad. What'd you guys think? Any of those books worth a damn to you? Let me know in the comments. You guys collect books? Or am I the only one that does that? A little book collection over there in the corner, as you can see. Bought some new games this week. Had some pre-ordered. Rock of Ages I had pre-ordered. And actually got some time on this one, which was nice. I put about an hour and a half into it. This is a really fun budget title. It's a tower defense, essentially, mixed with like Marble Madness meets Monty Python cutscenes. So the humor's really good. A lot of historical references in Greek mythology, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know more to say on it. It's one of those things where you try to 2 or 3 star a level, and then you get upgrades on different boulders that you can roll and different abilities, and it's tower defense, so you got to set up your defense too so they don't fuck up your castle. It's a lot of fun. It's worth what I pay $25 for it, I think. Another one that we picked up was this Desperado 3. And another one that I actually played a little bit. It's isometrical, kind of a top-down view, stealth, tactical, where, what was the plot? You're essentially a rogue cowboy trying to get revenge type deal. And you go, there's a bunch of bad guys, and you got to get around them, so you got different weapons and different items that you can use to distract, to kill. It's fun. I wouldn't spend like full price on this, but if you can find a copy for like $20, it's fun for the collection, especially if you like old Western stuff. It's got that feel. Even the soundtrack reminds you of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. And a game that I just got in the mail yesterday was this Moving Out, because, well, I enjoy Switch party games. This is a 2-player co-op. Me and the girlfriend played, and it's got the loose physics. You're picking up items. You got to work as a team. You're essentially packing up houses onto your truck, and you have a time limit, and it's like Overcooked or any of those type. A lot of fun, worth $25, especially if you got a partner in the house that will play with you. So those are some new games that I got. Alright, hold on. Time out 1 second. Vinyl. See, this is what we're doing. I'm trying to break it up a little bit here. Ordering vinyl still. Not as much as I was during the beginning of the pandemic. But I'm still bits and pieces. Stuff that I really wanted that I was holding off on. One of those was the Cowsills 2x2 album. This was the last Cowsills album that I needed to complete my collection. This is probably my favorite one by them. The title track 2x2 is absolutely wonderful. There's a video of them playing live at the Playboy Mansion, which was very odd because they were all, you know, under 18 pretty much at that point. So they must have been pumped about that. Wonderful, wonderful record. Check them out, especially if you like that late 60s, early 70s good time feeling, psychedelic pop. I picked up a bunch of records too this week. I got some in the mail. I got some a little bit everywhere. Some thrifting. I'm going to show some right now though in this clip. First up, Bobby Sherman. Look at that bubblegum pop goodness. Sam and Dave, wonderful soul music. David Cassidy, the Osmonds, Donnie and Marie Osmond, Melanie, Here Comes Bobby, a Walt Disney soundtrack I'd never heard of, more David Cassidy, the Turtles, Rubinos, and another Melanie. More awesome music. Ordered this a while ago and forgot all about it, but I got a strategy guide for this Operation Darkness, which was a Xbox 360 exclusive title, strategy game, published by Atlas. It's getting kind of harder to track down now, but I had no idea that they released the strategy guide for it. So of course I had to hunt one down right away. I think I paid like $12 or something for this. It was like the cheapest one on Amazon. But that's sexy and a real cool piece of history, which will go right next to my Vanguard Bandits over there. Strategy guide. Hold on. Down to our last bit of pickups. Thanks so much for hanging around. I know this has been a long episode, but I have so much stuff I just want to show you guys, and so I can kind of get it cataloged and put away because it's really starting to get all over the house. That's not a good thing. GameStop was doing their buy 5 get 50% off games that are $19.99 and under. So this was a perfect chance to snag up all those kind of shitty titles that they wanted $15 for. I could justify spending $7.50, you know, $8 on a game, or even, you know, there was a couple $20 titles, so I got them for $10. The first one I snagged up was this Sniper Elite 3, which I was happy about because I have the collector's edition, the tin with all the stuff in it. I just didn't have the game, so now we get to complete that for $7.50. Why not? We got this Rapella Pro Bass Fishing on the Wii U. Little tip, guys, if you find this out in the wild, snag it up because it's starting to rise up in price. I want to say it's about a $25 game. At GameStop they charge $10 for it, but it's not an easy one to find. This is the first time I've found it complete. I found a case before at GameStop and they didn't have the game. So, little tip. Snagged up this Real Heroes Firefighter. Once again, $7.50. This is Maximum Games, and we know everything by them. If you're going for a complete set on the PS4 or thinking about it, Maximum Games, if you see that in the corner, snag it up now because it's going to be a nightmare down the road to find. We got Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip. This is a game I kind of wanted to buy right out the gates, and I'm glad I've obviously held off because it's not worth 30 or 40 bucks. But $8, yes it is. We got a VR game, Blood and Truth. This is supposed to be wonderful, kind of like an action movie that you're in, with like cutscenes and everything else. And I think it sounds awesome, so I'm excited to play that. Another VR game, Angry Birds 2 movie. I mean, was there a better game to be played in VR than Angry Birds? I think not. Hopefully they do it justice on this. Snagged up a copy of this Afro Samurai on the Xbox 360. I already had it on the ps3, but this one actually came with this slip cover that the ps3 one did not. So I thought that was really sexy and really nice condition. Should probably get that sticker off sooner than later. What else we snag up? Death Stranding. It's funny because I bought 2 of the Death Stranding PS4 bundles, you know, the system bundles. One I got sealed and one I'm actually using now because they're the Pro model and I hadn't had that before. But I actually took the game and traded it into GameStop as soon as I opened the bundle because I knew eventually I'd be able to get it for $8, and here we are. Picked up a copy of Knack 2. What was Knack 1, a release title, a launch title with the PS4? I think it was. Which I have that and enjoyed, so I'm excited to try out number 2. We got Sudden Strike Complete Collection. Looks like a real-time strategy. I have the non-complete collection version of this, so I'll be swapping that out in my collection. And that looks like it's it right there. So all those games, you know, were like $7, $8 a piece, which is awesome. It was definitely the time to kind of bulk up the PS4 collection. Roaming Dan, I mean, if you were down in the States, you would have been mopping up, I know it. That's what I'm doing from now on. There's not too many games that I need day one. I'm just gonna start backing off and just waiting. Because really at this point, I need to save money for a house. But I still enjoy collecting, so I'm trying to balance the two and justify some of it. So guys, that's what I snagged this week. Hopefully you guys had a good thrifting week. You're getting some games in, having a good time. So I know I am. I finished up my Bop Star record. That solo project that I'm working with my friend Tony. That's all done. I got it all recorded. I just got to do the art and get it ready for a release in October. So that's going to be fun. I think I'm going to celebrate my 5 years being sober by releasing a cassette tape. Because why not, right? Alright, so I got nothing else to say, guys. Shoot me a comment. I asked you a bunch of questions in this. Hopefully you respond to one of them. And yeah, I got nothing else to say. Until next time, guys, you do what you do and you toodaloo.
Other than that, I wouldn't recommend it.